This episode started out with Melody and Tiffany having a conversation where Melody is inviting Tiffany to her tea party to teach everyone about etiquette because, the last time they got together was at Tisha's spa day, and Melody felt like everybody needed to have a class to teach people how to speak to each other. And in the same scene, Tiffany was listening to Melody tell her about how Martell had came over to where she was having her daughter's birthday party, and Martell started acting a fool. She wanted Martell to leave, but in the same scene, she shared with Tiffany a recording where she recorded Martell not wanting to pick up their daughter because that was the reason that he showed up to the birthday party, because he wanted to be there. And Melody was like, listen, you'll pick her up later. So now later came and he said he didn't want to pick her up. He'll pick her up on Monday. So whatever the hell that means. I feel like with Melody and Martell, she really gonna have to record everything he says, just like the other baby mama too. Like they're gonna have to record everything that he says that he goes back on, because we know he full of shit. But at the same time, I don't know. It was a birthday party. Just let him be there. Who cares? I don't know. I'm not going through that, so I don't know. But he seems to be a lot much. She's much too. So, I don't know. To me, they belong together. But that's never here or there. Now, we moved on to Maurice and Kimmy having a conversation while Kimmy was cooking, and he was telling Kimmy, Monster is getting out of hand, and he feels like Kimmy should be able to discipline Monster, anyway she felt like it. And Kimmy was telling him, no, I can't do that because I'm not his parent. I'm not his mom. I'm just his bonus mom. I don't feel comfortable, disciplining him. That should be your job. I agree with Kimmy 100%, because, you're just a bonus mom. You don't want to go ahead and overstep when the other mom is really in the picture. And I don't understand why Maurice didn't understand that. Sometimes Maurice could be just like, I don't know, like a little male airhead. I don't understand what he didn't get about what she was trying to say, and why he needed to get Kyra on the phone so he can hear that Kimmy was correct. Okay? I mean, Kyra and Kimmy came a long way, but Kyra did agree with Kimmy that she does not want her son to be disciplined by Kimmy. But it's not really like harsh discipline, like basically go clean your room and do this and do that. If that's what the mother wants, then that's what she's going to get. And I'm happy that Maurice heard it, because it seemed like he was very surprised by Kyra agreeing with Kimmy. I don't know why. These are the little things that I don't like when Maurice do. Even though I love their relationship, I don't like those little things that he does. Like, he just be surprising her with stuff. Oh, yeah, did this, and oh, yeah, I already did it, so you just gonna have to go ahead and go through with it. And then Kim be looking like, oh, okay. She look like she just don't want to embarrass him on TV. But, I don't know. I don't, those things that Maurice do, those little things right there by getting her on the phone and talking to Kim. No, let me and you figure it out, and then we'll call her together and we'll talk about it. Like surprising me with a impromptu phone call. I don't like that. I do not like that. But okay. So let's move on to the tea party. This episode, I don't know, it was filled with a lot of things that they seemed like they just put in place. But the tea party, it just seems like everyone was going at each other. Stormy's mother versus Mel. Stormy's mom versus Nail. and Kiki going at Tiffany, and then Stormy going with the host. Like, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. But Stormy mom makes a valid point, a very valid point. She was saying how, okay, the tweet happened where Melody put out the tweet saying that somebody came over to her house and recorded her, and it allude to that the person that she was talking to was about Stormy, was Stormy. But what Stormy's mom said, it had some truth to it. If you know it wasn't Stormy, and everybody, all your little millimeters or millilators, whatever the hell they're called, is coming at Stormy, the logical thing for you to say is, like, get back on the social media and say, you know what, it wasn't Stormy, y'all. Y'all chill out, it wasn't Stormy, if that's your friend. That's all I think the mom was trying to get across. Like, if that's your friend, just say, come back and say, hey, y'all, it wasn't Stormy. Y'all need to relax, in your little soft voice. Y'all need to relax. It wasn't Stormy. And they'll back up off of her. But the fact that she didn't say nothing at all, I think is what Stormy mom was trying to say. Like, you do things and then you back away. So, because you don't have anything to do. That has nothing to do with me, in my best Melody voice. So I'm going to have to agree with Stormy mom on this one. Okay? So then Stormy mom went with Nell when she was trying to tell Nell, you know what, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This doesn't concern you. So please let me and Melody have this little conversation. Basically, mind your business. Okay? But from what it looks like, every season, Melody has a little mouthpiece. First, it was Destiny. When her and Destiny was cool, Destiny just picked up for her in her little battles. Then, when Destiny and her wasn't cool, then she brought on Stormy. Then Stormy was picking with Destiny for her. So now her and Stormy not really cool like that. So now here comes Nell trying to make sure that everything is okay between her and Stormy. Like, y'all don't see the pattern? Because I see the pattern. It's always somebody sticking beside her to fight her little battles, and then she'll interject every now and then. I mean, what are you talking about? If you feel like I did something to you, I apologize. I mean, she's likable. I like her and everything, but it's hard for people that's not in that little millimeter or the meter maids, that little clique. It's hard for y'all to see it, but I see right through her. She's sweet and nice and everything, and I feel bad for her because Martell is putting her through it, or has been putting her through it. But it's also, on the other hand, I see it. I see what she does. I see what Stormy mom is talking about. I've been seeing it. I seen it from the time she was friends with Destiny, then came Stormy, and then she gonna find somebody else. It's always someone else that's gonna jump in. Oh yeah, I forgot. Then Kiki was in it too. Then it was Kiki. Now it looks like it's Nell this season. It looks like the mouthpiece is Nell. But that's never here or there. But here comes Kiki going at it again with Tiffany. Pregnant Tiffany. Kiki just don't care. Kiki do not care. She gonna tell you how it is, when it is, and when it's not. But the one thing she said that I didn't agree with her, like, oh, I been knew who my dad was, by the way. Like, girl, what? What? Like, that was so unnecessary. And then she looked at the girl and said, that wasn't a dig. It wasn't a dig. Kiki, it was a dig. It was the dig of the episode. Like, you couldn't, like, why would you say that? The girl is adopted. Yes, we know her life story, but it's not really necessary for you to just pop out and bring that up. It was a dig. It was uncalled for, and you shouldn't have said that. And when Stormy and the host of the tea party, I felt like she was coming for Stormy a little bit. You know, she was like, "Well, if you need to use cuss words when you're having a conversation, then it's a lack of vocabulary that you're needing." Like, girl, what? I cuss a lot too. I cuss a lot. Do I have vocabulary? Maybe I don't, because English is my third language. Maybe I don't have all the vocabulary, but I got all the cuss words. I do. I do not care. Call me what you want to call me, but I got every cuss word. I can say them in 3 different languages, and I can speak to you in 3 different languages. Yes, English is very difficult for me, but I can cuss you out clean in 3 languages if you like. I don't know. I like Stormy. Call her what you want to call her. Call her ghetto. Call her this and call her that. Call me what you want to call me. I do not care. But I like Stormy. And I thought she made her point with the host. This episode was not my favorite. If I had to rate it, I would give it a 5. It was, whatever. We'll see next episode. Bye, y'all. Make sure you are subscribed. And please leave your comments and your thought about this episode. Thanks. Bye.